So first question I want to ask is, how's Mensah?
Look, he took a bang. I think Sam Whittle's gone up for it, and I think he's caught him. He's caught Mensah in the back of the head, and he's landed like on his neck and his head. So he was concussed. I think he was out for probably about 20 seconds. So he's gone through all the protocol on the phone, because I think there was a 7-hour wait for an ambulance. So he's getting driven back to Cheltenham, and he'll go to hospital there, but he's got to go into hospital. So hopefully, fingers crossed, he's okay. Still, there's a little bit of when you have concussion, there's a little bit of a period after the event where he can take a little bit of a turn. But fingers crossed, he's going to be okay. But he's going to be out for a few weeks because of the concussion.
And then the second question, probably the hardest question. What were your thoughts on that loss?
Look, first of all, congratulations to Russell. Thought they were clinical. We knew coming here it'd be a really difficult game. Liam's got a really good team, and they score goals. We'd prepared all week. We'd really trained hard, worked through shape and pattern. We've got very experienced, very good coaches to go through what Russell would do. They didn't do anything different to what we expected, but the bottom line is we couldn't deal with it and we crumbled. It was embarrassing. That's the worst defeat. I said it after the Stourbridge 4-1 and Ilkeston 4-1, that it was embarrassing. And obviously, look, if anybody was here today, you could see what happened, and unfortunately it's happened 3 or 4 times now this season. You have to always, as a manager, you have to take accountability for results and accountability for performances like that. And the saying is that a football team should always resemble the manager, and that doesn't resemble me. Never lost that as a player and never lost that as a manager, and I'm very, very embarrassed. But obviously we've had words, and the reality is people that were out there, and I'll pick the team. My players, I signed all those players, and they couldn't deal with what Russell, the 25-minute spell in the first half where they ripped us apart. We didn't work hard enough. We didn't get close enough to anybody. We lost the battles. So all the good work that we've done, we conceded 1 goal in 4 games prior to today. It all goes out the window. To concede 7. Obviously second half, Russell will probably take the foot off the gas a little bit, and they're happy getting 7, and just listen, it's a bad day, a very, very bad day, and they're going to have to watch that. We'll go through the game, analyse it. It's always difficult. The emotions are always high after a performance, straight after a game. So we're going to analyse that really in depth, and the players will go through it. And but I've said in there, they're a really good group, and they've done really well for us. We're having a decent season. Our target is to be in the top 10, and I'm confident that we'll do that, and hopefully go on and do well in we're in a quarter-final and semi-final cups. But that's unacceptable, and and again, my name above the door, and I never ever saw that coming. But must say, give praise to Russell, because they were very, very clinical today, and and fully deserved the win. And we're an embarrassment, and the players know that in there. And naturally there'd be harsh words, but it's happened 2 or 3 times. So we're gonna have to have a look at that. But yeah, really, really disappointed, and probably a low point as a manager today.
And then last question, we had another good away following today. Despite the result, they had a good time, sang their hearts out. What's your message to them after that?
Well, the fans have been brilliant. They've been brilliant all season. For them, we come here 4 months ago when we won 4-0 or 4-1, and they were brilliant. And we've been hammered today, and right until the end, they're singing songs in good voice. The support from the fans is absolutely excellent, and and we need that. And all I can do is apologise, on behalf of the the players. For that performance today was totally unacceptable, and we really, really appreciate your support. Thank you, and hopefully that never happens again.
So just wanted your thoughts on today's loss.
Obviously very disappointing from us as a club, as players. you know, all season. We've been up and down, if you like, throughout the due course of the season. But that's just not acceptable today. We know that as players, and we can only apologise to travelling fans and more so on behalf of the players to the staff, because you know that we represent them as well, and it's easy to say, oh, the manager's fault for this and that, because that's football, but us as players, we have to take responsibility for that today, and it's just not good enough.
Then second question, as you touched on the fans, we had a good following again who seemed like they enjoyed their day. Maybe a pint or two helped with that. What's your message for them?
Just that we're extremely sorry. As players, we can only try and do better next time, and but just as sort of principles really from myself and on behalf of the players, it's just not acceptable. Just really sloppy. Like, just every goal, I wouldn't necessarily say they did anything special. I think it was just poor defensive mistakes and mistakes in the middle of the park as well. Just from everyone, really. It's all I can say, and I can only apologise to them. And I went over and I apologised on behalf of the players, and I know that's not really a consolation, but we just have to move on as quickly as possible and hopefully get a better result next time round.
As you mentioned, moving on, we've got St Ives back at home next. As the captain, what's your words, I suppose, for your players for next week?
I think it got touched on in there. I think every player's got to take a big look at themselves, and it's a bit strange really, because you think teams like probably when they get results like that, it's because it's been off the back of numerous bad results, but we can't actually say that for us. I think over the due course of Jan, I think we played 4 games and we've lost 1 and won 4 and actually kept 3 clean sheets, so that's where people are sort of baffled really where that result come from. And yeah, we just have to move on very quickly. We have to have a look at ourselves as players, and we've got to get a positive result in the next time round.